Right. So basically, when they devised the sequester, Congress's pay was exempt from that. So you're going to be in a situation where you're going to see folks get furloughed from agencies. Some people who actually work in congressional staffs because those budgets got reduced. You may see those folks even get let go potentially. And this is certainly not an argument to not cut spending. I mean, we need to. But when we do that, we shouldn't exempt ourselves from it. And so I've come in now as a new member saying, you know what, you can't exempt yourself like that. So let's impose the sequester on the pay for members of Congress. One, I just think it's the right thing to do. But two, when you're leading by example, you can start to gain a little bit more credibility with the public, because right now people just think members of Congress are out for themselves.
How does this affect the 27th Amendment? Because that's going to be the main argument against your bill.
Well, what we're going to do is we're just going to have it take effect, immediately after the next election, which the 27th Amendment says you can't vary congressional pay until there's an election that's intervened. Now, if you look at the history of that, they were basically trying to prevent pay increases. They thought it was unseemly that Congress could just vote themselves pay increases with other folks' money. But you got to read it as a textualist, and it doesn't say that you can only decrease it. It just says you can't vary it. So we're just on the safe side going to do it so that it's fully consistent with the 27th Amendment.
Now, you originally put out a bill, your first bill that passed. Real quick, tell us what that's all about, what that was about, and then if it's going to the Senate, is the Senate going to propose something similar to it?
So basically, at the end of the last year, the president did an executive order to raise pay for federal employees, his cabinet, the vice president, and members of Congress. And so what my bill did was basically revoke that executive order, so it maintains a pay freeze across the federal workforce. It passed out of the House. The Senate had not taken it up, but then what happened was the House included it in this CR that just went over to the Senate. So we think the Senate, whatever CR they pass, is going to actually include my bill folded into it. So if that's the case, then the enactment of a CR will probably mean my bill signed into law with it.